Hello, Pisces. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Star Tarot by Kathy McLeland. Where's your name, Kathy? At the top. Kathy McLeland, Star Tarot. Website for Kathy. That's how you spell the website. So if you want to go on there and check it out, feel free to check it out. Okay, supportive oracle cards. Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen Raish Baskin. Websites. Let's see, there's ToriHartman.com on the back of here, and there's WatkinsPublishing.com or WatkinsPublishing.co.uk. I think .com is on the back of here too. Yeah, .com is down here. So you decide what works for you and check it out and enjoy yourself if you wish to. Okay, Pisces. Energy seems quite stable. Well, the first card out is the Hierophant, so that makes sense. There's one card pushing out of the deck. Let's just... The Magician. Okay, and another came out right with it. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a self-sufficient thing. When the Knight of Pentacles comes in, it's kind of like you need to have control of it. It's about what you personally want. You might be stepping away from something. This is about what you want. This is definitely about what you want. Okay, so for the people this is going to hit with, there's a strong connection to either a partner that could be romantic, could be a group of people, could be a friend. There's a strong connection, though, that I feel like you need to step back from and make your own move forward. It's kind of like one of those things like, I'm not looking to cause problems, but to do this, I need to step away from you. It's not like a bad thing. Like, you have to step away from them. It's really important because I'm getting the Emperor here for you. This is a self-sufficient energy too, in my opinion. They can work with others, but this is definitely something where if you're having a hard time going the direction you need to go by working with somebody else, like if you're working with somebody else and they keep pulling you this way or they're pulling you that way or whatever, even if it's not like a negative thing, you still need to step away because this is a situation, if you expect to really be happy and have success, you need to step away and do it on your own. And for some reason with this Pisces energy, and I'm a Pisces myself, you got to do it by yourself. I'm getting the Nine of Pentacles. This is like the self-sufficient card. This is like on your own, you can do what you need to do. So if you step away and do this on your own, you can get it done. You can get that success, but it's like this has to go on your power. Doesn't mean you have to do the whole thing by yourself, but like if somebody else you're working with is a little bit too much, you're going to have to step away from them so you can have control of this. You need to have control of this. Doesn't mean anybody's bad, by the way. It just means some people are they just push things in their own direction. And if they're not willing to pull back, or if they just can't, there's just people who can't seem to not do that. Like it's just their natural energy just to push forward the way they want to go. And if they can't pull back from that, you just have to step away and create this on your own. This is a very self-sufficient moment. Because you know what you want. This, for the people this is going to hit with, you already know what you want. You just got to make it happen. And it may have been one of those things where every now and then you've tried to make it happen, but then when other people get involved, it gets derailed or it goes a different direction or something else happens. It never goes where you want it to truly go. So they're saying, correct. It's not supposed to. This is on you to do it yourself, your way. You don't have to... How do I put this? You don't have to do it all at once, but you have to make sure you set up a pattern. What do we... Okay, let me just understand this a little better. Whatever it is you want to happen, you got to like... I feel like it's almost like setting up a schedule. I shouldn't say you have to. I don't want to say like you have to do anything. Because I don't like it when people say that to me. So it's kind of weird that I keep saying it. The easiest way, one of the easier ways to do this, if you choose, I like that better, is to set up like a weekly regimen. There may be a certain time every week that you have time to yourself, and you just got to hold yourself accountable to make yourself do it. It's kind of like at 3 o'clock on Sunday, boom, this is what I'm going to do. When you realize, I have to do this if I want that outcome. And you have to remind yourself when that time comes closer, I don't have to do it, but I will be sacrificing the outcome I want. So if I want that outcome, this is my easiest way to do it if I stick to this schedule. If I'm not going to do that, if I decide I'm not going to do it, then I'm accepting that I'm letting that slip away. It's like okay, I don't want to do that, but I have to accept that I'm also letting this go at the same time. Every time I skip that, I let it go a little bit more. I hope I'm coming through like in a straight line. Like I hope this makes sense in the way it's supposed to, in like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, because I feel like I'm skipping around. Because there's something you need to do, something you want, and they're saying you have to step back and do it on your own. You also got to set up a schedule. I shouldn't say you have to. I don't want to keep doing that. But like for the easiest way for this to work out, if you set up a schedule and you hold yourself accountable to it, you can definitely do this. And be aware of your own personal happiness. Okay? So like, if we're going to use the Sunday at 3 o'clock reference, think about what you can realistically do and not feel burned out. Because they're saying there's a lot of energy pulling you in, but like, you might get excited the first time and like, I'm going to do all they give a list, and you're like, I'm going to do all these things. It's like, you look at the list, it's like 10 things. You're like, wow, that's a lot, but I can do it, I'll do it. Doing that every Sunday and setting that up, if you have this laundry list of 10 things, and you're like, yeah, well, they're not that bad, but if you think about it, you're like, yeah, but when I look at that, I'm going to be like, oh God, that laundry list. It's only going to go so long before you're like, oh, I don't want to deal with it. And you're going to start walking away. But for example, if you bring it down to 3 things instead of 10 things, and you're like, I'm going to have 3 things, and then I'm going to have a couple bonus things. If I can do them, great. But I need these 3 things. As long as I keep doing these 3 things, I'll be fine. And then I have these bonus things. If I can do them, that's even better, but I don't need them. I just need these 3. So at 3 o'clock on Sunday, I need to do these 3 things, and then anything else I can put in there, great, but I don't have to do them to still have my success. I hope I'm making sense with that. Because I feel like they're saying, be realistic, be fair to yourself, set yourself up for a schedule, hold yourself accountable for it. You could have this fairly easily, whatever it is you want. You're definitely going to have to do it on your own, though. Recovery. You have tried this before. Whatever this is, you have tried this before. That's what I'm getting for the people this is clicking with. You've tried this before, and I feel like the whole point of looking at the past is like, where did it get derailed? And I feel like for a lot of you, it's like adding other people in. I don't really feel a lot of malicious energy with that. I know it's a general read, so you got to take that with a grain of salt. Your situation is unique to you. But it's kind of like adding other people in is where things go a little wonky. But they're saying you can recover this, but learn from the past. Learn where it went off before. Learn where it went a little funky. Because I'm seeing success here. But I feel like it's like we're being realistic. We're bringing it down to like a comfortable level. We're not trying to like build a whole house in one day. You know what I mean? Stability gets there. And I feel like they're saying if you give it a month, and you start like looking back every time Sunday comes around, you're like, okay, I've done all this. I want to do a little more. I've done all this. I want to do a little more. And you only keep like, again, if you have that list of 10 things, and you're like, I only have to do these 3. As long as I get through these 3, that's all I need. If I get some of the rest of this, that's just better. I don't need all that. I just need these 3. And keep yourself accountable for those 3 things. It will stabilize, and you will get closer and closer to that goal, whatever it is you're trying to get. There's something like, I feel like everybody this is going to connect to. There's definitely something you've been chasing after or wanting to get. They're like, it's real close. You can have it, just you got to set this up this way. You, more than likely, I feel like the majority of you have to do it on your own. There will be interference. Okay, there will be interference. people don't seem to understand or take you seriously. I have some people in my life that they're good people, but they get, I don't know, they're a little something. what you if they don't value what you value, for some reason I don't know how to explain it. It's a little rude once in a while, but I don't know. I'm getting the mysticism with the moon card. If they feel like you're just doing something that makes no sense or is wasteful, they're going to try to like pull that time from you, or they're going to try to push you in a different direction, kind of like, well, if you're putting in the effort, you might as well make it worth it, so do it this way. If this is a healthy situation, keeping it to yourself and not even letting people know you're doing it should be fine. Like if you're studying for a course or something like that, or you're starting to work on, you're trying to like, do something like that, like you're upping your education so you can get this degree or a certain degree, or you're taking maybe a real estate course, something like that. I don't see why you have to let people know about that if you don't want to. Because I get like there is interference here, and we don't have to let that be a thing. We can just step back and just, if people don't know what you're doing, because I'm getting interference. Like people, there seems to be people just like saying, "Oh, Pisces, do this. At least do something that's worth it." Like you're doing what you want, but then they're like, "Oh, Pisces, you're wasting your time. At least do something that's worth it." And then them just being a pain in the butt about it. Like they keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pulling you and like I just feel a weird energy with it. Just flat out avoid them all together. If it's a healthy thing, I don't see the problem. For example, maybe you want to work on your fitness. You've just decided that's what you want. Maybe you have like some health issues, or maybe there's a reason, whatever reason you want. It's your life. You decide that. So you're like, I want to do this, but maybe you have people around you who aren't very supportive of that for whatever reason. Just do what you want to do. They don't need to know. Especially if it's a healthy thing. You do what you need to do. You put it together the way you need to put it together. And just keep them out of it. You just don't mention it. Pisces are good at being quiet. I don't think people realize that. Especially if we just really don't feel comfortable or confident with how somebody's going to respond. It's really easy if we think somebody's going to come down on us in a negative way to just not say anything. I don't know if you'd call that a strength, but I'm saying that as a Pisces. If we're really kind of like, oh, I don't know where this is going to go if I open my mouth about it, you kind of can use that to your advantage and just not say anything about it. You will persevere past this person or people when you have tangible results in front of you. And it may have to get that far before they kind of go the other way anyway. So it's kind of like, I almost feel like don't say anything until you have tangible results that you're making headway. And when you have that, I feel like they're going to leave you alone, but also make sure you continue to do it on your own. Realize you're getting your results, you're getting your outcome because you're doing this on your own by yourself. That's where you're going to get your strongest results. You can't really pull other people in. I don't know, I keep getting like, don't pull other people in. Whatever this is, I keep getting, don't pull other people in. And you will get what you want. Is there anything else I need to say with that? I feel like they're saying this reading is kind of like, this is a good time to move towards what you want. But they're saying, especially if you've done this multiple times and it never seems to get where you want it to go, they're saying because you need to do it on your own. Whatever it is, I don't know what it is. Like, it's different for everybody, but for those of you this is really going to hit with, they're saying you need to do this on your own. You'll get the success you want. And here's the advice we can give you to help you get there. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.